In the shadows of moonlight, these two remain. In the depths of night, they find love's eternal flame. Though they lie side by side, their hearts are torn apart. A rogue vampire's love for an elder's heart. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in the seal of vampire's love and scorn. Remember the night, the radio song. They dance in darkness where they belong. Love is a game, easy come, easy go. But their love is deeper, they can never know. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in the seal of vampire's love and scorn. Years have passed, the pain remains. A wound that's healed, believes it stains. She could have saved the love that fateful night if she found the words to make it right. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in this tale of vampire's love and scorn. Love is once and needs forevermore, choosing power and money over the one she adored. The fate of their love is a thorn in her life. Her betrayal fell deeply, it cut like a knife. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in this tale of vampire's love and scorn. In the shadows of moonlight, these two remain. In the depths of night, they find love's eternal flame.
Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. Thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out. Really do appreciate it. It is going to be another wonderful episode of Hunting Indy by Night, episode 20, A Close Encounter. We're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing, and we're going to go around, and as your homework assignment for this week, how do you feel about finding this super secret underground vampire lair in the middle of downtown Indianapolis? And we'll go ahead and start with the person who never worries about anything ever in any World of Darkness game, Warren.
What? I'm confused. I'd like to start with I don't like the title of tonight's episode. That close encounter, that doesn't sound good. I don't like when that's at it.
Oh.
Or maybe it's going to be like a close encounter with a big stack of money and no risk. That'll be fun. As far as the vampire lair, that was just a room, creepy room. Not super worried about that one. The vampire that was in there, I think, is the bigger concern for me at the moment.
She just killed a werewolf. It's not that big of a deal.
No, it's a big deal. I've killed a werewolf. It was not easy.
Okay. Fair. Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'll be playing Katrina Foster, and the fact that there's like a whole city under the city is really kind of completely blowing Trina's mind right now. That they could hide kind of in that plain sight in such a iconic location in our city is like what? Kind of really shows how entrenched they were or are in our community.
I love it. Feel the terror. Next up, we have Rob.
Hi everyone, I'm Rob. I'm playing Jonas, and Jonas is psyched. Jonas thinks that this is an opportunity to get kind of exposure into the supernatural that he's been trying to share with people all along. He's definitely going to make only reasonable choices about it.
I could only imagine. And next up, we have Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Riley. And I mean, as it stands, Riley's more just like kind of confused about how deep everything goes. Because their experience was very street level, surface level. So the fact that there's stuff underground, it's like, oh no. Okay.
So not only was it very surface level, it was also very surface level. We get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Intriguing. As a small recap of what happened last week, you guys did a lot of investigating. You guys were able to go ahead and take this really cool drone and drive around Indianapolis and find all this crazy tunnels that dig all across the city. You guys were able to go ahead and continue to track down these wolf prints through these burrowed tunnels. As you guys follow the wolf prints, they sort of continued forward as you guys walked through what looked like a finished room. But the place was tore a mess, and it looked like it's been that way for quite some time, as there was a layer of dust pretty much on everything there. But doors were kicked in. There were tons and tons of blood splatters that have since dried. Multiple different bodies and different levels of decay, running from just decaying corpses all the way to skeletons. You guys walked in and found multiple different rooms that looked like to have nameplates on them of these different individuals and titles that very few of you have heard of. And you found this large, extravagant office that looked like has been heavily ransacked, that had some skulls hammered up on the opposite wall of the doors. As you guys continue down, there's more and more rooms that flanked this hallway. A large library that looked like it was ransacked and destroyed. And at the very end of this hallway was a bar that you could hear the commotion going inside as the drone was able to get in and see a very dangerous fight between two monsteros and a werewolf. Seeing as these beasts fought each other one at a time, Morgan handed the camera portion over to Riley for a quick look, which then turned into watching the entire fight until the werewolf came out on top, allowing the wolf to catch a breath. Waited until they heard the elevator ding. And as you saw, a individual in late 30s, early 40s, very well dressed in a short black dress and heels, walking in, seemingly disgusted with the place, and beginning to head towards the rooms that were labeled. But before being able to make it towards that way, the werewolf came barreling down the hall and starting another round of combat. But seemingly, even though the werewolf was incredibly fast, could not land a hit on this vampire, as it seemed to be moving with almost like a blur of speed, as every time you blinked, the vampire was in a different position. Before, quickly enough, the vampire had a silver blade driven deep within the chest of the werewolf, as the werewolf sort of slumped back. And it said, "Enjoy the view." As she looked over and saw the drone sort of hovering in place. Quickly, running back towards the elevator, you guys sort of said, "Forget the drone. We'll deal with it later." And hopped in a car and wanted to see where she came out. As you guys drove and began to quickly leave, you guys saw her exit out of the main monument itself after hours. As you guys drove off with a boatload of knowledge now. This is where we are picking up tonight's session. If you have spent any willpower last session, you're able to recover some of that. Same with any sort of superficial health damage.
All right.
So,
Did it?
so she came out of the monument. She just came out of the monument.
Yeah, she did.
So how we get in there is in the monument.
I would assume so, Sugar.
Riley, do you know how to get in there?
No. No, I'm kind of the fact that there's stuff under the monument is news to me. I think this might be one of those different gangs, different hangouts kind of things.
Okay.
We could
I guess I kind of don't care. Trina, do you still have Kate's card?
I mean, I've got her number in my phone.
Yeah. But do we have the number for, like, can we call their office?
Well, that'll ring her office, and chances are somebody will be monitoring her phone, knowing, she's in the hospital and all. I'm sure she
Okay.
would have reached out.
so
Okay.
like I think I track what you're saying. Like, do we just call bigger guns and sick them on this?
Here's the problem, though, y'all. Every time I've dealt with them, they don't want to do field work. They aren't interested in that sort of stuff. I mean, we could hand this to them on a silver platter, but you saw, I mean, even at the house, when we went in and rescued Morgan, I mean, it was a situation where they just were happy to sit in the van. She said they don't have the resources or the knowledge base. This group here is focused pretty much on the ghosts. That's their research. I mean, I have a hard time believing them. I'm just going to say that because, they had a werewolf held hostage and torturing it and injecting it with silver and doing all kinds of stuff to it. But they say they don't have like the capability. I don't know. I don't know. That organization seems, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, but they understand the language, right? So we get them down there, we get like a reporter or the cops down there, we blow this thing wide open.
There's like a leech palace under the monument. Police know about this. Reporters know, like this. They are so well connected to this city that there's no way. There's no way that the people in power aren't complicit.
All of them?
Enough of them that there's a freaking vampire palace on downtown Indy.
Would I be able to make any sort of roll or anything for my time in the employ of said leeches to kind of back up that claim of how connected they can be?
Or
is that-
conversely, to know about the masquerade?
Yeah,
Or how they treat it?
yeah.
Um,
Didn't even think about the masquerade. Good call, Rob. You're way better at this. I appreciate you.
wait, does Rob have background?
No.
Not your
Hold
character,
on.
but you as a person.
Just straight up Rob.
Just Rob.
I am part of the vampire system.
Exactly.
Excuse me, Rob. Can you explain how you know the better question to ask right now?
Oh no.
It's just a reason I can only play it.
Masquerade.
Exactly. Masquerade has
Ah.
officially been broken. Not again.
All right, everybody.
up
I'm
the show.
rebranding. No longer Ian Flux. I'm Big McHuger Larger now. Please refer to me by my name.
Big
Oh,
McHuger Larger.
Oh no.
Okay, I do love that. That's got to be your new title.
Yeah, I need you to change that neon behind you.
Big McHuger Larger.
Just turn it off.
It's a lot more neon.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be way more impressed you pulled a little string and it changed to that.
Oh my
Like you already had it ready.
How great would that
Big
be? No,
McHuger Larger can't have small sign either.
Exactly.
no, it's
No,
gotta be
no,
massive.
definitely not.
It's the wall. Wall to wall neon. Jesus. No, you spent plenty of time to definitely know that not necessarily your side, but the opposite side of the cam cares very, very, very deeply about making sure that the masquerade is not broken. What that can entail is a lot of different things, including connections. So you would have that sort of information, Riley.
all right. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to need like 50% of that again because I was trying to figure out the opposite of Big McHuger Larger. And I'm very sorry.
Probably like
Tiny cents.
I came up with tiny was it small McTiny small or yeah, Tiny McSmall miniature. And that's nowhere near as good as Big McHuger Larger.
I'm trying to go against the Irish too, so it's like Little Von Smallson.
Little Von Smallson is so good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, resolved.
Yeah. Resolved. Whew, I'm back in. Something about understanding the masquerade. Yes, it exists in some scale.
Nailed it. That's what you know.
Cool. So, I mean, I think Brick's kind of on it. You got to keep yourself secret somehow, right? With people in power, reporters, all that kind of stuff to keep this pretty hush.
Okay. So what? Nothing?
It's not what I'm saying. Saying just find the right people for it.
Well, obviously, I think she was down there looking for something, right? And she got interrupted in that. So chances are she's going to be back.
So
Yeah, and
stake
she
out.
knows somebody saw him. So when she comes back, all that's gonna go away. This is like the one time that we're gonna get to do this.
You think she's going to be able to make a palace under the city disappear?
Enough of it that says that it's just some weird cult or something instead of what it is, instead of leeches.
What are you more apt to believe if you're just a Joe on the street? That there's a secret cabal of vampires who are controlling the world, or that there's just some weird cult that exists under the city?
I mean, y'all were saying that the bodies were from like that they were lots of different stages. But look, there's very clearly something weird going on. Or maybe they run DNA tests on who's in there. Figure out who those people were initially.
All right, Jonas, I'm going to step away. I'm going to make a call to the Orpheus group. I'm going to let them know what we found, and I'm going to see what they want to do with it. They're better connected than we ever are, and chances are, if anybody's going to be able to get the story out there, it's going to be them. I mean, if people start digging into my background, there's a chance that they're going to find out things about me and that could expose my family. So I certainly don't want to be in front of no camera. And once you get out there saying this stuff, everything that's connected to you is going to be in jeopardy. Your center might get burnt down with everybody that relies on it inside.
Right. So that's why I'm saying we figure out a way to prop the door open, so that other people can figure out how to get down there. Please.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Let me reach out to the Orpheus group, and we'll see if they've got thoughts about what they want to do. I'm willing to bet they ain't gonna do shit, but
Worth the
maybe
ask.
they'll have somebody else they can talk to, or bigger guns they could call in.
I mean, however the hell we keep going from frying pan to fire to bigger fire to Mount Doom, I don't know. But this feels like the actual spot to hand it off and wash our hands of it, right?
Right.
All right, let me step over here, and I'll see if I can get a hold of somebody.
We think
I'll,
she's going to come back fast enough that we can't go figure out how to open the door.
I have no idea. She could be watching that building right now, hoping the person who had that drone down there is dumb enough to try to go get it back. That's what I would have done. I'd let you see me leaving and then just wait for you to go in. Then I got you.
You got us, but there is also the option of I mean, it killed Monstros. Or it killed the thing that killed the Monstros, right?
Yeah, I killed
Yeah.
the wolf.
Yeah, so in that case, maybe no, never mind that. The more I try to say it out loud, the dumber it sounds. um yeah, I think phone call and then slow and steady wins the race on that.
Okay, I'll step to the side and I'll call the number for Kate's phone in the Orpheus group.
Say hi to Kate for me.
I'll
That's-
kind of glance back at him over my shoulder.
Another aggravated willpower. No.
Body blow.
My spleen.
Is that where your willpower is located?
Yes,
Not where it's
100%.
That's fair.
Actually, your pancreas.
A few moments go by. Thank you for calling the municipal building. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was trying to reach Kate. I've worked with her in the past. This is Trina. I know she had some medical stuff, so I was wondering if there was anyone else in the office I could speak to.
Yeah. One moment, please. You get some very fancy music that begins to play.
This is definitely a place that doesn't hunt ghosts. You can't prove it. We're the government.
I think they can actually prove that it is the government because they answered as the municipal building, but that's fine.
Clearly, you didn't listen to the song. They are the government, so they don't hunt ghosts.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Ironclad.
Exactly.
Your Honor, the song clearly said we don't hunt ghosts.
That's all I need to hear.
The phone almost screeches just a small bit before it goes completely silent. Yes.
Hi, I've been working with Kate in your department, I believe. I know she's out on medical leave, but we've got, I guess you'd call it a little bit of an anomaly. Is this line safe?
It is.
Yeah, I'm not sure if y'all are aware, but there is a leech infestation in downtown Indianapolis. I mean, they have a whole, like, village, it seems like, under the town. What's the name of this circle?
Monument Circle.
See, right under Monument Circle, it seems like they kind of come and go in through there. And, you know, me and my friends, we're not really exterminators. I mean, but we thought maybe you might have some connections that could maybe deal with that or might be interested in it.
Yes, we are very interested and we will take care of that for you.
Excellent. Well, that makes me happy to know. I will let you know that there was a canine that was down there, and it did some damage to some of those. I think they're Italian. They call them Mostros. I think that's how you pronounce it. Those things are dead, and one of the leeches, I think it killed the canine. It was, I think, the canine that was at y'all's place.
Good.
Well, we thought it was a little disturbing given what we'd seen that thing do.
It definitely is a concern, but we're happy to make sure this is taken care of, Trina.
Excellent. And are you going to be my new contact till Kate gets back?
No, we'll have someone reach out to you whenever they're available.
Okay, sure thing. You know, we've had a good working relationship, so we're happy to keep on trucking together.
I'm glad to hear that, Trina. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Well, make sure to tell Mr. Kaya that I said thank you for his information.
Mr. Kaya?
The line disconnects.
Any of y'all know a Mr. Kaya?
Can't say I do.
No.
I don't think so.
All right, well, they said they'll take care of it, so we can just get on out of here.
Like,
I'm a little concerned about this name. Have we heard that name before and I just don't remember?
Trina has heard that name before. Maybe it's pronounced differently, like someone doesn't know the true pronunciation of your mentor's name.
Oh, Mehmet.
I believe Kaya is his last name.
Probably.
something like that. I don't know.
Yes,
while.
yes. The deep lore of your character. Yes.
yes.
Trina's too busy being ice cold about the person she cold-blooded murdered to remember the details.
That's
You
right.
gotta play it cool, man. You can't just be like all weepy on the phone.
I mean, good.
We had a good working relationship right till I murdered her.
It was a murder of necessity. I've compartmentalized that. Move on. Move on.
Spoken like
Everything was good. Everything was good till it wasn't.
Oh,
she owed
okay.
me
When you
$10.
said okay, so that obviously would have rang a bell with me, Mr. Kaya. So,
Yeah.
is it a time where he can take phone calls?
You can certainly try.
All right, I will call prison. Give me just a minute.
Yes.
I need to speak with inmate number 1793-4 if he's available.
He's currently visiting us on.
Okay, well, okay, well, I know you probably don't take messages. I'll just try back later.
What's the message?
I was just gonna ask him if he could give Trina a call when he gets a chance.
Yeah, last name for Trina.
Just Trina, he'll know. Yeah, I used to work for him. I was a dog trainer at his facility, and that's how I got to know him. So,
Miss Foster, yes.
yeah.
So you're not here seeing Mr. Kaya currently.
No. You might detain that person because that could be bad.
The phone goes. The phone hangs up.
Whew. Y'all feel like taking a trip to Leavenworth?
No. Hard pass.
So
Well, apparently I have a clone in Leavenworth right now talking to my mentor.
guess why'd you call Leavenworth? What's going on? What did we miss?
So my mentor, unfortunately, is currently incarcerated. I don't know if y'all heard about the church bombing that happened in St. Louis about 3 years ago. Yeah, he was kind of directly responsible for that whole thing. It dealt with a whole series of events and supernatural stuff, all the good, but he didn't see another way to kind of rectify the problem. So kind of went a little extreme and, healed everybody there.
Sure, but like, what's he got to do with the Orpheus group?
He's the Mr. Kaya that I think that guy was talking about. He, kind of butchered the name because it's Turkish, but
So somebody at the Orpheus group knew about this person, and this person is being visited by somebody who's pretending to be you.
correct.
Cool.
I mean,
Okay.
town has been a little hot. We could always head to Leavenworth and, get this out of the way for a bit while the Orpheus group mops up whatever's going on beneath Monument Circle. It's only like a 14-hour drive.
Yeah, only like a 14-hour drive.
I guess my concern is that Monument Circle isn't the thing that's getting mopped up. Right?
Feels like
You don't think it's going to get mopped up? They said they were very interested.
I'm thinking that we're the thing that's getting right.
Why would they want to clean it? Whoa, hold on. Why would they want to clean us up?
If what Brick is saying about their level of connectedness is true, and now suddenly people are all over your history,
Then one step leads to another.
You might give a holler to the people at your center and see if they've had anybody lurking around
Yeah.
asking questions about you.
yeah, I'm going to. Give me a minute. Jonas is going to step away and he's going to call and see if Jen is there at the center.
Yeah.
As the phone is ringing, just remember that if it sounds sketchy, you can just hang up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Jen, you there?
Yes.
Hey, how are things looking at the center? Sorry, I've been out for a little bit.
Good.
Okay. Any there were some folks who were poking around looking after one of the people who's been around recently. You had anybody who seemed like they didn't belong who's been hanging around?
No?
Okay. I guess I'd like to ask about one of the regulars and just sort of I'd like to on the sly give a like, oh, and how's Mr. Smith doing? Has he been by lately?
Is Mr. Smith an actual person there?
Basically,
trying
I'd like
to
to ask about it. Yeah. I'd like to ask about some misinformation.
Sure. The name checks out that they have been around, but she sort of corrects some of the information that like you give that would have been in the incorrect portion of it, and corrects it to having the correct information.
God. All right. Thanks. Sorry. I guess I've been trying to burn the candle at both ends for too long. Cool. All right. Thanks so much. Give me a call if anything weird happens, and yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, you as well. Hey, how can I help you? And she hangs up the phone.
Seems fine, I guess.
As as you're hanging up the phone, Riley is actively lighting up a cigarette and offering you one as well.
Thank you.
Yep. And the same routine. You take the cigarette and that lighter is already like there for you.
No complaints. Just
Yep. Flip closed. I don't know about y'all, but this might be the most stressed I've been since probably since, things destroyed my apartment house place with the ghost in it.
yeah. I liked your earlier idea. I'd like to try to find a way to hand this off.
Yeah. Hand it off. Be done with it. The less I feel like the less we know at this point is the safer.
Who we handing it
Yeah.
off to if we're suspecting that the Orpheus group wants us mopped up?
Let's see. Riley's
The
like
cops.
flipping through their phone very quickly.
We're gonna
looking.
get put in a cell and we'll be dead before midnight,
They have an anonymous tip line.
which will go nowhere.
It's anonymous until your tip is too good, and then they know exactly who you are.
Hey, you said you think. God, I can't believe these words are about to come out of my fucking mouth. You said that you think this is the other team, right? The other gang?
From my previous employer,
Yes.
it smells a little too corp to be them.
Okay, so maybe Morgan said there's this Eva character. It's like,
You were not thinking about going to the other set of leeches for help.
no, I'm just saying let them know that this person was there and they're trying to, I
I'll
don't
do
know,
it.
fan the flames and get shit back in place. I don't know. Look,
I'll do it.
we've decided we can't trust the cops. We think the Orpheus group's trying to fucking kill us. Who else are we gonna do?
Why is the Orpheus group trying to kill us?
That's what these two are saying.
It's too convenient. We find something out and we're like, hey, maybe you guys can help us out. And then Trina's terrorist mentor is out here suddenly getting talked to by not her in jail. Jonas gets off the phone, and it's just his body language gave me a weird vibe, and I'm not feeling that. I'm kind of terrified to call anybody that I know out of, ominous voicemail or hearing something that way. And Uncle Brick, I don't know shit about shapes when it comes to like who you know or anything like that, but I'm worried for you too. Cigarette?
So I'll roll in this car.
I mean, maybe we just cut bait.
I've been saying that for some amount of time that feels like months.
Okay, well, I'm finally at that point where maybe I agree with you.
It's actually been like less than 3 days.
I know it's been like 3.5 hours of actual in-game time.
I don't think I can.
What do you mean you don't think you can?
I don't think I can dip.
Why?
There's
Are you worried about creditors coming looking for your ass? Let me tell you something. You get a new fake ID, nobody knows who the fuck you are. You'll never get another Bill in Riley's name
No.
again.
Trina, what's the
Rick's
conversation?
not even my real name. I'll teach you how to get a new life.
That's fair.
Wait a second.
But what's that conversation we had after my relapse?
Honey, I'm too exhausted. Just
Yeah.
tell
So
me what
here's-
you got to say.
Yeah. Conversation. I spent too long hurting people specifically here, and this is my home. Call it pride, call it whatever. I'm down to try to step as far out of this as possible. But if there's still a fight to be had here, I don't think I can morally or in good conscience walk away and leave people who don't know what's going on defenseless. I don't know what good I am, but like at least some knowledge is better than none, right?
I'm just saying it's like trying to fight a tank with a rock.
If you throw the
I
rock
don't think
hard
we
enough,
need to fight the tank. I just think we need everyone to know that the tank is here.
But once again, if they're as connected as we think they are, how do we do that?
If they're as connected as we think they are, then why are they bothering the secret?
oh, this is the easiest answer. Okay, oh, and Riley's back on their phone doing stuff. Converse. I need to check something before I go too far.
They're
Like to-
rolling.
I would like to check on like Twitter
Yep.
and see what I can find through hashtags or anything like that, just in regards of like weird vampire shit in Indy.
What are you searching? What are the keywords you're using for this search, please? Asking for a
That's a real good one. I'm gonna search.
Mhm.
I'm thinking. Hold on.
No,
This is
no,
a
you're
half-baked-
good. I'm trying to figure out how many dice I'm rolling.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna start with vampire.
Okay.
Or like searching vampire and like trying to narrow it in with geotags or anything like that to put us in the greater Indy area. If that doesn't yield anything, I might go a little further with some more like specifics, like a clan name or two, and see if anything comes up, like anybody having said anything, or like trying to reverse Google image search like the things that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dangerous game, but somebody's got to play it.
First couple things you Google, especially starting with vampire,
Uh-huh.
and checking the geotags and all these other things. Very first thing
And I
that
want
pops
to check
up-
like tabloids and shit too,
Sure.
like anything that looks relevant.
First thing that pops up is this band that came by for the last couple of years inside of Indy at White River State Park is Vampire Weekend. There's a couple the big things that come up. Sold out shows, record attendance. Rob, I hate you. That's so good. Opening, who's opening for them, etc., etc. A lot of it's just band information for these shows that have been a couple of times. You do see a couple of haunted houses that have vampire themes to them at Indy Scream Park that come up as well, but nothing sort of information about that, except for you find, as you take a bit to scroll through, about a year and a half ago, outside of Indy and in Bloomington, you see what looked like it's a video filmed from what looks like a large apartment complex of this black SUV that gets slammed by the concussive force of a rocket that gets flipped, and it very nonchalantly, a woman steps out of the vehicle and begins to mad dash and disappear and reappear fighting someone in the parking lot before that person turned into a bird and began to fly up. And this person, the female, jumped up, grabbed the bird, and threw it back on the ground, and repeated that a few times before the two of them turned invisible.
What sort of website is that posted to?
You had to dig pretty deep for that. It is not listed on any website, but in a not so bright web.
Okay, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But you
then
can
to
definitely
the
see
rest.
that there's a thread that goes down, 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 of people like, this was all over the news. Why is no one talking about this anymore?
That's all right. Yeah. I'll just off of my phone, so I'm not like actively sharing the link or anything. I'm just gonna pass my phone around and go. We just break it ourselves anonymously that way. Put it on the internet. Put it somewhere where people are gonna want to see it. People who are interested. Some people are gonna scream fake. Some people are gonna like they're gonna do what they do with it. But you know, better than nothing. And if there's already people that are trying to mop us up, then if we at least get the information out there, it's like the mail delivery package in the second Matrix, the one that Niobe and Ghost went to pick up from the post office. That's all the information about the Sentinels coming to attack. The people who sent it, spoilers, they died, but they at least got the information out before they did. So I figure kind of that situation.
I
Sorry.
feel like I remember having maybe seen the second, definitely third.
Yeah. No, great franchise. Fantastic franchise. Would recommend if we're gonna watch a franchise, but like in the off chance that we might die, I would recommend that one. That's my vote. But all seriousness, no. Though I think we take what information we have, kind of blog post it, maybe take some of the pictures that we have, that kind of stuff, compile them, put it out there. We can do it through, I don't know, see if we can get Morgan to do it through some weird dummy means or whatever, if that makes sense. But
I need everyone in the car to roll wits and awareness, please. Unless you're driving, then you do not get to roll wits and awareness.
Who's driving?
I've been actively on my phone, and I feel like that sets a bad
I've
example.
not been talking, so I've probably been driving.
That seems
You don't want me to drive.
5.
5.
Also 5.
Okay. Oh.
3.
Even though, well, let me ask this question first, Riley. Do you keep your phone volume on, or is it on silent mode?
That's a good question. I think Riley keeps their volume on. Maybe obnoxiously so.
Beautiful. You hear whoop, as if something was just sent.
Going to check the notification tab to see what was sent before I open it.
Yeah. It just says text message was sent to an unknown number.
A text message was?
Yep.
I'm gonna check
Sent
that
to?
text. What did I send?
Yeah, you sent your entire contacts, all your photos, and any sort of data that was on your phone.
Is it still on my phone?
It's
like
still there.
all my photos and everything, but it was
Sure.
just a copy was made.
Yep. Oh, and your location's been turned on and sent to this individual.
Oh, fun. So without letting anybody know about the whole location thing, I'm gonna go back in and turn that off.
Well, that probably would work if everyone wasn't looking at your phone as you were passing it around.
Well, when the text
and then
comes,
you
I'm
came
gonna
text-
let me get my phone real
Sure,
quick.
sure. And everyone still has a high enough to roll, where you can see like there's a little picture that pops up for iPhones. It's like, hey, your location was sent, and it has like a picture of your notification on a grid. You can see that was sent.
Fine.
Can I see that?
No, you're driving. Sorry.
No,
Keep
no,
that motherfucker out the window
I'm
right now.
asking.
Oh,
Yeah.
just yikes.
I mean,
No!
all of the information is.
Grab it, toss it.
Well, there's the plan. All right, never mind. Nope, we're boned. Okay, all the stuff that I had is just gone. Cool.
Well, good news. There's a copy. That's also the bad news.
Yeah.
We are leaving town.
Okay. So where was this person? It was 14 hours away.
Leavenworth, Kansas. Leavenworth State Penitentiary.
Okay. Once we get out of town, I do intend to call the police. If we're concerned about that getting traced back to us, then let's get a phone that I can do it that we lose.
Yeah, we can pick up a cell phones at the gas station. I think it'd probably be good if we all ditch our equipment. Now. I'll take my phone out of my pocket and yeet it.
Morgan looks down at her phone, very sad, and yeets it out the window as well.
Just like drop it off at the center. I really don't have enough money to be replacing smartphones.
Get rid of it.
As you,
God.
in the process of getting rid of your phone, Jonas, it begins to ring. It's the center.
I'm taking this.
That's a
Hello?
mistake.
Hey, a couple of well-dressed individuals came by, wanted to know about some tax information, but other than that, I told them that you weren't in.
Okay. they leave any contacts or anything, or they just poke around?
No, yeah, they left a card. They said that they're available whenever you need it or ready to back in.
Okay, I might want to do that from home. Take out my notebook. Can you just read me what was on the card?
Yeah. This was a Joe Gonzalez. He gave this really interesting looking card. I don't know. It has a phone number on it.
Okay. And you said they were looking for tax stuff?
Yeah,
They say who they were with?
Indy government. I didn't really ask. It was tax information. It's not. It's sort of outside of my forte as far as running the center.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, how late are you there tonight?
Well, my shift is supposed to be over in like 45, but I can stay late if you need me to.
Nope. How about you leave now? I'll let somebody else know that you're heading out a little bit early.
Are you sure?
We'll cover. Yeah, it's late. Go home.
Well, thanks, Jonas.
Yeah, awesome. Have a great night. Bye.
You as well.
Phone gone. Like goes to do it, stops, goes. I don't like remember anybody's numbers. Writes down a couple numbers.
Okay. As you guys are driving down the interstate, slowly but surely, you see exits beginning to get closed off for construction.
Let's get off the highway.
All right, we pick up a tail at any point.
Go ahead and roll wits and investigation for me, please. Or wits and awareness, if you so choose.
Oof, I'm gonna get some willpower on that beast. So 4 successes total.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. As you are looking around, there is a set of squad cars that are maybe about 60 yards back that have not turned their flashers on, but they're side by side just going down the interstate. They don't seem to be going to like above the, like they're not speeding or anything like that. They're just going with the flow of traffic.
Next exit you can take, Brick, take it.
Yeah, where are we relative to any place that we know?
As of this point, you guys are on the interstate that sort of surrounds Indianapolis called 465. So you guys are still inside of Indianapolis, just outside of it a little bit, heading towards Kansas by the sounds of it.
Like, how far are we from like my cabin?
You're probably about 30 minutes out from your cabin.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the next exit.
Okay. You take,
Morgan, if you could jump on your laptop, see if you can find us a car wash.
I would if everyone didn't throw all their electronics sort of out the window so that we weren't traced any longer. I thought that was the call.
Oh, good call.
No hotspot available.
You
Okay,
see
everybody,
a single
look
tear
out
just
the damn
goes,
windows.
goes down her face as you mentioned the laptop. She's like,
Look for a car wash, something we can duck into.
as you guys take the off ramp, Trina, as you're keeping an eye out for these, the 2 squad cars continue going down the interstate.
Riley, I think we need to pick up some new wheels. You up for stealing a car?
I mean, I could have done it easier if still had phones. Wow, phones are really integral now
I
that we
love-
think about it. Yeah, no. So we can absolutely make that happen.
Is the neighborhood we're in kind of dicey?
It is a little bit from where you guys have gotten off at, right outside of.
Perfect. Look for an
guess
older
it-
model car, Brick.
I guess what would be the role for us to understand, like, how do we disappear?
How do you what? I'm sorry.
How do we disappear?
That is a very good question. Let me look at the set of skills that we may have available to us as a possible understanding.
And I've got stealth.
We got streetwise.
I've also got streetwise and subterfuge.
You
Some
guys can
larceny.
definitely make a intelligence stealth or intelligence streetwise roll. Either one. Just tell me what you are rolling so I know what sort of information to give.
I'm gonna roll
I will
intelligence.
try intelligence stealth.
What? I'm gonna willpower that. I forgot that my willpower dice don't do anything.
That's it. Has your dice change for you, or are we still unfortunate? Yeah.
Shit. Okay, I got one success for intelligence streetwise.
Okay.
So
I got 2.
this is intelligence. Let me double check. I think it's intelligence stealth.
Okay.
And I'm gonna willpower that real quick.
Riley, in theory, you could have, if you would like to, also use your danger dice, if you would like to, your desperation dice in this situation.
Oh yeah. I think this might be one of those situations.
Oh, for sure.
Do you want me to just add that to the willpower roll that I'm doing, or want to do it separate?
Go ahead and do it separate, so that way, if you get a 1 on any of those, I know if you're going to be very sad, Riley, or not.
Okay. Well, there's my willpower, so it's 5 total at the moment.
Okay.
And then danger dice is equal to the current danger level,
It's
correct?
desperation, which is equal to the current desperation.
Desperation. We're at desperation 3.
Sure are.
Just looking for anything that's not a 1. Come on. There we go. Another success.
Okay.
So that puts us at 6 total.
Yep.
Worse.
And Brick, you got how many? 2?
2.
Okay. Riley.
Yes.
You definitely know how to get off the grid, as it were. To disappear. You know you have contacts for fake IDs and that are very, very in depth. Those people also could help you get new lives set up.
All right.
But
I need a phone.
not necessarily need a phone. Some of your cell won't be happy of who those people run in contact with.
Oh. Oh yeah, nah, they won't like that.
But you at least know how to effectively, like truly, remove yourself from the system.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna sit there and ponder that for a minute while we're going and looking for a car to see exactly if that's the play I want to make there.
Right there, that 87 Pontiac Bonneville.
That
That one's pretty easy.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Before we do that, so I guess would 2 dice be enough to be like just cat card like Uber places?
Yeah. Like you definitely have the idea of how not to be found. Like don't use credit cards. Don't use try to use burner phones or don't use the same phone for too long. Don't use your real name. Fake IDs go a very long way. You don't know where to get one, but you could probably figure out how helpful they would be. Um, very very simple stuff to realize and how to understand. Even like on one success, you guys would have a basic understanding of how to live without a paper trail.
Cool. Yeah. So while we're doing this, like stop at a gas station, buy some phones, go to the ATM, take out a truly insane cash.
Right below the threshold that will allow
Right. Exactly.
it.
Cool. Yeah, we can do this one of two ways. Figure one of them is stealing, right? At which point the car shows up somewhere. Is that we need to be able to create distance wherever we want. The other is essentially talking somebody us around.
Right now, I'm not inclined to trust strangers. So, I mean, to me, we steal a vehicle, we get 3 or 4 towns over, we steal another one, we keep hopping, keep changing our vehicle, make it hard for us to track us. That way, we also aren't in the vehicle too long enough to get spotted, long enough to get picked up.
Okay, well then let's get started.
And if we look for cars that have handicap tags in the window, chances are that person doesn't use that car very often. So it may go 2 or 3 days before it's even reported stolen.
Ugh, feels gross, but yeah.
Survival's gross.
Okay, well, let's get the hell out of here. Clock's ticking.
Okay. Riley, please go ahead and roll that sweet dice pool for me.
Dex larceny.
You got it.
Hey.
So I also have larceny. Can I help?
You
I offer a die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, keep lookout.
Okay. Go ahead and roll wits and awareness for me, please, Trina. And Ian, you can go ahead and actually take one more die because Morgan also has larceny as well, so she can also assist.
So am I just adding another die for everybody assisting kind of thing? Oh, okay, let me roll 2 extras here because I just did my pool.
You're good.
Right, that's 2 successes.
Heard.
So I'm at 4, and I'll willpower that if I need to.
No, 4 will be plenty. You go ahead and crack that boy right open. And,
Opens, that's me.
even able to get it started without any sort of issues. Able to hotwire the bad boy without any needing for keys.
No smart keys.
Mm-mm.
Easy.
Gotta look for them old model cars.
Easy.
Do you what's your feeling on this car? These Priuses. Do you like if one of them were to like disappear or get stolen and parted out? Is that a problem for you?
No.
Okay.
The whole thing with these is no names, no nothing. So
Perfect. Y'all kind of follow back. I'm gonna see if we can't maybe get a little bit of cash for this car. Hang back though. I'll look for some street toughs. Maybe work in the corner. Just roll up on them and be like, "Yo, you want to pick up this Prius?"
All the
On
tough
the
people
cheap.
work in the corners want all the Priuses.
Hey, you could part it out, take it apart, whatever you want to do with it. You give me $500 cash, it's yours. Keys and everything.
Charisma plus persuasion.
Can I add my fact that I'm a cutie?
You absolutely can be hella cute for this role.
Okay. 5 successes. No. 7 successes. Six or 7.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot.
what a roller coaster of emotions. Easy enough. They go ahead and take it for 500. Take it off your hands.
Perfect. I'll jump in the Bonneville and we'll get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
So everybody's phones are gone. Is that any being tracked? We think the center's
Compromised.
compromised. We think Riley's place is compromised. We know my cabin is compromised. Where are we going? We can't really go to your old mentor because they know we know. They dropped that intentionally.
Let's just head that direction. I'm not saying we got to go there, but let's get far and fast away from Indy.
Oh, I agree. Far and fast away from Indy. I think not that direction though.
I have. You're not gonna like it, but I have some means to help us either put some heavy distance or get us gone. It's not guaranteed,
moment-
but it's
For the moment, I think we just need to find somewhere that we can get a room for the night that's not going to require a night.
Got some property out in rural Virginia.
I,
That we can
Oh.
get to quickly.
so Bruce,
Yes.
can I? Would it be like a streetwise roll or something to see if I can find any sort of like drug dens, that kind of stuff? That because we're just looking for a place to crash. So if I know a spot, I could probably talk us in, kind of thing.
You know, I like where your head's at. Wits plus streetwise, please.
All right.
St.
DC
Louis
3.
is less than 4 hours. It's a big city.
Yeah, I don't think we stay in Indy. I think we get out of Indy.
But also, it doesn't need to be a drug.
It doesn't need to be a drug den, right, guys?
Look, I'm sure in St. Louis we can find a hotel with hourly rates that isn't going to ask for ID, if you catch what I'm saying.
Right.
That's fair. What is that? 5 successes?
Indeed. No,
You know
there's-
of all the drug dens.
There's very few drug dens in Indianapolis that you aren't familiar with, at least of your flavor that you prefer.
What I did for a living for a long time. Cool. So I mean, I can. Sure, I can talk us in somehow if we absolutely need it. If it's sounds really goofy, but if it's too hot to try to insta leave like right now, I don't know if that's a real thing, or if it's just gonna get worse. I don't know. I'm just talking.
If we hop back on the highway, do we seem to encounter people following us again?
Good question. Do you guys hop back on the highway after you guys steal this car?
Well, I think before we start in the direction of where we're hiding, I'd like to call in to the police.
Sure.
You phone?
Yeah, new phone. Who dis?
Payphone. The one left.
Are there any? If there's a payphone, I'd love to use a payphone.
Yeah,
You know what?
I don't think we're gonna find one.
Or like any landline.
You know what? Weirdly enough, there is a payphone at the gas station here on this corner.
Cool, perfect. Then yeah, I'd just like to call in. Uh, Calling in to 911.
What's your emergency?
Hi, I just heard, saw and then heard a disturbance. It's at this address, and I want to give them the address of the building where the all started.
Where the tunnel started, you said?
So yeah, I saw two people. I didn't get a close enough look to. They were, both Caucasian, about 6 feet. They were wearing some dark colored clothes. It looked like they were in a fight of some kind. They went into the front door, and I was trying to figure out if they were okay. And I heard sounds of screaming that sounded like they were coming from below ground.
Okay. Yeah, we'll send a SWAT car out there to take a look.
Perfect. Click. All right. I guess this is done. Drop the phone, get in the car, away we go.
Cool.
Figure giving them the tunnels might give them a way in. It's not going to immediately heard. And then they get to see the scary basement.
Yay, basement.
Are we?
Then yeah, I think back on the highway, right? Let's go find some safe.
Too late to have picked up tried to grab a track phone if they were at the gas station?
No, you could absolutely do that while
All right.
Jonas is making a phone call.
Then I'd like to pick up a track phone.
Yeah. I like it. A phone that tracks.
Yep.
Okay. You have a phone.
Yeah. All right. Go team.
Congratulations.
We did it.
You guys head back towards the interstate. And you can see that the on-ramp at the top where it would connect to the interstate is coned off with a large SWAT vehicle posted up on the interstate, like blocking it off.
Oh shit. Damn it.
Side streets out.
Is there like a wholesale electronics store that we spot kind of as we're kind of navigating around?
We should just go. We don't have time for all these stops.
I just want to know what the fuck is going on.
What the fuck is going on is that everybody and their brother is looking for us. It's time to go.
All right.
But
I'll trust
also,
your tactical judgment.
How do we get out if there's fucking SWAT on the interstate?
Well, let's
Side
figure out
streets.
what's going on. Can I flip through the radio and see if I can find somebody that's playing the news?
Yeah, you go ahead and swap through the good old radio and cassette tape, and you hear that there is a high-speed chase en route on 465. pair of black Priuses.
Cool. So let's just pick a different highway and get the hell out of here. Good news, they're chasing the wrong cars. I'm going to leave the radio station on, though, so that we can hear updates. Good thing that we stole an older car so that we didn't need to like hook a smartphone up to it so that we could listen to the radio.
Is there a map in the glove box?
Even better, there's also a World Almanac in the glove box too.
Oh, baby.
heavily colored in with all sorts of different color pens.
Nice. So yeah, I will guide us towards St. Louis, get us onto I-70, and head us that way.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for shit the whole way.
For this, let's go ahead and do resolve plus awareness for me, please.
Can we help?
Sure. As long as you have a dot in the awareness skill, you can assist.
So how many extra dice do I get?
Who all is helping? Anyone else?
I'll help.
Okay.
Rick is
So two
happy to help.
additional dice.
3 extra dice.
3 extra dice. Nice. 5 successes.
Heard. Okay, duly noted. You guys begin to head
Excuse me.
out of town. Weirdly enough, as you guys are listening to the radio, every so often on commercial break or whatever, there's the weather, upcoming sports. The chase is still happening, but no further update besides the fact that the chase is still occurring. And advising everyone to stay off of 465 and look for alternate routes, as all exits have been closed.
Are they giving any details about like crime committed or what the suspects are?
No, it's just very much a blanket statement of, hey, the chase is still ongoing. Look for other routes, as all on and off ramps to 465 have been closed.
That's a lot.
A lot of on ramps and off ramps.
That's a logistics nightmare.
They're painfully aware.
So we kicked the hornet's nest, apparently.
Probably a good thing we cut bait when we did. In the almanac in St. Louis, do they have like a list of hotels with telephone numbers?
You know they do. It is a bit of an older almanac. You're looking at like a fresh 90s copy.
Oh yeah, baby.
So it's got roughly 30 years on it, but yeah, it's got a list, yeah.
Chances are the hotels might have changed names, but they're probably still there in one way or another.
You can certainly try.
Borrow Jonas's phone. I'll start calling some of the ones that have, not chain names.
The mom and shop or mom and pop.
Yeah. And I'll ask if they do like hourly rates.
Sure.
Don't need ID. Take cash.
I like it. You begin to go through that list as you guys are heading out of town. And at this point, you guys are roughly about 2.5 hours into your trip. And you guys lose that signal that you guys were able to keep track in. But last you knew, the chase was still ongoing 2.5 hours later.
They are just doing loops of Indy.
Exactly. Begins to fizzle out, go to static. As you guys are now on the open road, as it were. Interstate heading towards your new destination. You do find a place that is very hush hush about a lot of it. That's the word I was looking for. Very discreet. What's your wits and streetwise dice pool, Trina?
Oh, it's not super
Or
high.
what's an insight?
What's an insight? So it'd be 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because they're like, a kind mom and pop's place, but there's probably something sus going on.
Oh, 100%.
At this location. But
I'm expecting to see ladies of the evening out front.
Something will definitely be happening. You're unsure of what, but you definitely get the vibe that something is happening. But they do have hourly rates, and don't worry about ID checks. And it is strictly cash.
My kind of joint.
They probably have some there.
Nice. We're gonna need that.
Yeah, probably. Was there anything else you guys would like to do prior to me fast forwarding our scene to this location?
I think I'm good.
Got no good ideas.
Those
a lot
are
of bad ideas.
Those are my favorite kind of ideas coming from this table.
Which is not to say they're not ideas. I think at some point he'd float and go, it's a terrible idea to call the patron saint or any number that Morgan for the bar where Eva is, right? Those are both terrible ideas, correct?
I mean, if we are far enough away and you're not using a phone you're carrying with you, I mean, it can't be that terrible of an idea.
It's a very interesting response.
I mean, if there's a reason to call, right? We know they're scary, we know they're powerful, but if they're 3 hours away and you're on a 2-minute phone call, what's
Say it. You're right there, Brick. Say it.
No, I'm not going to say what's the worst that can happen. I'm not going to say that.
You did. So,
well, Brick didn't. I did.
Yeah, exactly.
way to go.
I mean, they will know where we're at. Right? We have to assume that if we call them, they will know where we're at, which puts the manhunt back. Assuming that the person you call is involved in the people trying to find us, they'll know generally where we are, which means we'll have to change directions again.
Yeah. So that's why I brought up those two locations. Is Riley was saying that those folks weren't on their team, the hive we just came. That if we were to talk to folks who were on the team that Riley was previously on, maybe we could get some information without immediately jumping.
I'm not opposed to it. At our next gas stop, sure, we can figure out a way. I'll make that call.
Well, so I am assuming that if we do that we need to change direction. That's what. and I don't know that they can do about it other than tell us that the pile of shit that we're deep. I think that we know.
And I don't have a good answer for that. Just if the call is gonna be made, I would rather bite that bullet for y'all than and try to keep your names out of their interest as much as possible.
All right, so I'm going to go back to I think it's a terrible idea. Let's just look at the news tomorrow morning and see if we're still hosed.
Yeah.
Going once. Twice. Sold. To the group at the shitty hotel. You guys are able to go ahead and drop some money and get a room. It's not well put together. It's not very well kept. But it is a place for you guys to crash and lay low for a little bit overnight.
Just on our way in, I'd like to keep my eyes open for somewhere to get coffee following.
There is a instant coffee machine outside, like a vending machine type of situation. It's not gonna be good, but there's coffee available.
I don't think Jonas has ever cared too much about good.
That's probably fair.
As long as it's got caffeine, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
It's all decaf, sorry.
World of darkness indeed.
Exactly.
No.
I knew that's one way to break Jonas in character.
How dark can this world get?
You go ahead and find a cup of coffee and go and head to your room. Anything you guys would like to do before the terrible smells of this motel take you for the evening as you go to sleep?
I'm gonna push the dresser in front of the door. With help, please.
No problem.
Are we keeping a watch or anything? Or you think we're good?
I definitely think we should keep a watch.
Sounds smart.
All right, well, I'm a little wired, so I'll take the first one. If y'all are okay with that.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Tell me when you want me to get up.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Trina will get her own shitty cup of coffee before sealing the room up for the night.
Very fair.
Sit at the window with the, blinds cracked, tank next to her, watching the parking lot.
Okay.
Oh, in case we end up needing money, we got a whole bunch of silver bullets we don't.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that, so.
Just trade? So we'll figure it out.
We'll just pawn them.
Trina,
Yeah.
towards the end of
Yeah.
your watch. Well, first of all, go ahead and roll wits and awareness for me, please.
Sure.
There's going to be no DC, but the higher the threshold, or the higher you go, the more information you'll gather.
Okay.
Everybody or just Trina?
Just Trina, because everyone else is going to be resting during this. Brick's like, thank God.
3 successes.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
as you are watching through the blinds, you do see probably a early 2010s Mustang roll up, park it, and walk inside towards the manager's office. One person stays inside, but you do hear the sound of maybe a couple doors down, the door get kicked in.
Yeah.
A struggle. And to any trained ears, a single gunshot goes off. Silence.
I'm gonna start time. I'm gonna start counting to when I hear the first siren.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be a while.
It's gonna be a very long while.
If I get to like 30 minutes, I'll stop.
Yeah, no, it gets about 30 minutes, and you're probably assuming that no one probably made any sort of
No one
phone call.
called.
Again, this place probably has a lot of
Hmm.
things that
Now,
most people don't want to have found out.
after the gunshot, does the Mustang leave? Does the person return to the Mustang and drive off?
No, so you don't see any sort. It looks like there was no one that returned back to the Mustang.
But the person's still sitting in it?
No, they both people got
Okay.
out, and then looked like they probably got rooms.
Gotcha. Okay.
But other than that, you do hear at the very end, right before you wake someone up, the sound of a thud. And you do see a unmarked white van pull up and back in near your room. Not like directly in front, but a couple of spots down.
Can I check? Can I catch the plate
Yeah.
state?
State is Illinois.
What about? Can I catch an eyeball on the people who exit the van, or at least
Yeah.
the driver?
All white, almost look like they're in like what you'd wear to like paint a room.
Cleaning crew.
And they do head in that direction where you heard the gunshot go off.
Is there any like name on the side of the van, or it's completely unmarked?
Yeah, Mike's cleaning.
By any chance, they still have a phone book in this room?
You look around. There is a yellow pages that is in it.
Okay. Is there a listing for Mike's cleaning?
There is.
Okay. I'll tear that page out. Then I'll wake Jonas up.
Yeah.
So pretty quiet, except for a dude got shot, and then a cleaning crew pulled up to, I guess, process the body and get rid of it. So
What?
yeah, a guy got shot down the way. Nobody called the cops, and then a cleaning crew, showed up to process the body.
Holy shit. Okay. Fuck. All right. Yeah. I think it's my turn.
You can throw coffee in the microwave. That thing at least kind of works. You got to hold the door shut though, because it wants to pop open on its own. So, and you have to crank it about 30 seconds longer than you want it to actually go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. He'll go and microwave some coffee. You gonna be able to fall asleep if I'm gonna look around? Does this place have a TV?
It does. It's got an old box television.
Does it connect to anything?
It does. It has like a bunch of lines that sort of scroll up it, but it connects to some sort of antenna.
But like, is there any TV running that is broadcast to an antenna at this point?
I mean, yeah, look, there's a couple of like it looks like it has the very basic channels.
It's got
Okay.
a converter box.
You got the terrestrials, ABC, CBS, NBC,
All the letters.
Fox. Yeah, you should be able to pick those up.
So I'll say to Trina, you gonna be able to fall asleep if I have the news on? I'll
As soon
turn
as
this
my
on.
head hits that pillow and Tank cuddles in next to me, you don't got to worry about me.
All right, great. So he'll put the news on, turn the volume on, like direct the light away from. Be on watch.
Okay, go ahead and roll wits and awareness for me, please. Same sort of rules apply.
Five.
5.
Nice.
You do see the owner of this wonderful establishment make his way outside, walk up to one of the cleaning individuals, give a firm handshake, and walk away as the cleaner gets inside of the truck. After shutting the set of double doors behind, and drive off.
Do I see them bring anything conspicuous to the truck?
You know, a long sheet that's been folded a couple times that 2 people had to carry.
Guess they didn't want to wrinkle. All right,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
It was not wrinkled whatsoever. But it was a nice shade of crimson, though. You did notice that under the horrible lights that are lighting the hall.
Great. Jonas thinks about the nightmares that he's going to have for the remainder of the evening.
Can't be any worse than Murder House. Relax.
I think this is
It's not
Did we
not
s-
a murder house, right?
just to check. Are we staying at the like an airport that's a hotel that's like right near the airport, like maybe a Holiday Inn or a La Quinta or something like
You
that?
would think, but no, it is even worse than that.
I thought for a minute that I might know exactly the hotel you were talking about.
Not quite.
And I think Warren might know it too.
I think so.
Yes, very much too.
No, that's way too close to Indy for you guys.
It is way. It was like right there. So yeah.
But you guys are otherwise a rather uneventful evening. The sun does begin to rise for you on your watch there, Jonas. Uneventful, other than the cleaning crew taking away their linens.
Cool.
As they do.
Yeah, I actually think that he just doesn't wake whoever's the next watch was. I just think he doesn't wake them up. Let them sleep through the night.
Wonderful.
The next morning,
Yep.
I would like to, because I didn't do it the night before, and I feel like I should have. But vibe check this place. Sense the unnatural.
You know what? I will allow it.
Should have done this last night. Sorry, gang.
No worries, nothing ate us while we slept, so.
Yeah.
Besides this room, everyone reroll characters, please.
No! Where you just speed running us to VTM?
You're welcome.
So many ticks and lice that we just died.
Exactly. All the bed bugs.
I'm willpowering that roll there.
Heard.
So that's gonna be 6 successes
6 whole successes.
with range and specifics. So like the pinpoint or whatever it's called, I can look that up.
Yeah, and you didn't add your specialty, right?
I did not. Should I have?
No, it's no reason. You don't
Okay.
sense anything supernatural.
Okay.
It is a nice, horrible, mundane hotel.
All right. And I'll pass that along then. Just good news, everyone. We might have found the one place in a very long time that's not horribly infested by otherworldly beings.
Just all the horribleness that humanity can provide.
I can't do shit about that, but I don't know. Something about dealing with shitty humans is better than dealing with shitty inhumans, unhumans, monsters.
Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I do agree with you, but also I don't want to sleep there tonight.
Wherever we go, we got to be able to pay cash and not have to present ID. So our options are going to be pretty limited.
Camping it is.
I kind of would rather stay here.
I'm very excited about camping.
Oh, Rick is real pissed that his cabin was compromised. Like he had a whole like survival plan that would have worked if that hadn't been compromised.
Yeah, I do remember a like predatory cat thrown at your door.
Like I said, compromised.
Oh, you took that flaw on your. I'm just curious, asking for a friend. Okay. You guys wake up the following morning.
Yeah, I don't think this place is a continental breakfast, so can we find somewhere nearby to get something to eat?
Well, before we do that, we should probably powwow and decide what the hell it is we're doing.
Yeah, I figured we'd probably be moving a fair amount today, and I'm hoping I could crash in the car.
Yeah, so before you're too tired to discuss it, what are we doing here, y'all? Are we moving somewhere else? Are we planning to pick this up, or is this the point where we go our separate ways for safety? I mean, what are y'all thinking?
I guess, what did I see on the news? Any information about, are they still hunting for those two Priuses? Prii?
Yes, it looks like the Prii were apprehended.
Was there any footage?
There was not any footage.
Surprise, surprise.
Weird. Looks
It
like
was
they
a
were-
4-hour chase around Indianapolis.
It did end roughly about like 2:33 a.m.
Good God!
Is it a chase or a parade?
Marathon, yeah.
We call that the Indy 400.
The
Get out.
Okay.
Indy 465.
Exactly.
The Indy 499.
Well, I mean, do we think that was all the Orpheus group? Do we think that that was what we stumbled into downtown? Do we think that was Riley's folks? I mean, who do we think that was?
I'd put a good amount of money on the other gang.
Yeah, we talked to Riley's folks at baseball. If they wanted to find us, they've had plenty of chances.
Fair. Fair. The other gang, though, weren't we looking at like the ruins of the other gang's hideout?
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. Multi-city. I mean, look at the
But that's a
beginnings that
whole
we have.
lot of flags to be waving if you're trying to be low key. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you're trying to break back into a city, I don't think you're going to come in swinging a big red flag, letting everybody know, especially when, I mean,
That's why she dipped. Like
Why
as
the
fast as she
hell-
did.
but one, how the hell did they get on us with the black Priuses?
Yeah. To me, it's Orpheus group. And why are they so yes? Like, what? Why is Kate after us now?
Where maybe we're liability?
Liability from what? We've done exactly what they wanted us to do.
I mean, liability in the fact that we're aware of how badly they fucked up the situation with the werewolf and the ghost and everything. This has been a complete clusterfuck for them. I mean, their
I'm-
entire facility was compromised.
I'm with
Not
other
just
gangs.
us.
If that place was as important as, God, I hope it was. I can understand them, blowing things up a little bit in order to to bury whatever got. And she may have seen the car.
Possibility.
So, what if we plan to get out of St. Louis today? We pick somewhere else we're going, whether that's Nashville or Chicago or whatever. But before we do, we have Riley make his contact with the people on the side that he was on before, and maybe they can give us an idea of what the fuck's going on. I'm sure this had to pop up on their radar. They shut down a whole goddamn interstate for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that probably pissed off some people with whatever their day trade is.
It's a question
But,
of who, just folks on the different team. I'd love to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, let me make a call. See what I can find out.
Hell, I'm pretty sure these clothes have second blood stains from we slept last night.
I mean, you kind of get used to secondhand blood stains. Too soon?
Rather not.
All right. Sorry.
Who are you calling at this hour in the morning?
Ooh, good point.
I'm gonna call my guy Tommy Vice.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a former. He was one of the other ghouls.
I am aware.
Yep.
Go for Tommy.
Tommy,
Hey.
what is good, big dog? How are you? You all right?
I'm Jones, and how are you?
I'm all right. How you been? It's been a minute since we got shuffled. How you been?
Really freaking good.
Yeah, you clean?
Are we ever?
That's a way to say it. I don't want to put you in a spot, but are you in the same line of work?
I was born for this.
Cool. And I know I know what side of the 12 o'clock we're on right now. Is there any way you can put me in touch with somebody? I'm fiending, man.
Are you looking for what I think you're looking for?
I'm looking. I have new employment, but I'm looking to I'm looking to get a fix.
New employment, same company?
No, I'm on this side of the 12 o'clock now.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, we all gotta leave Neverland sometime, right?
No.
That's why they call it Neverland. I could be really what's going on. I can't be on the phone too long with you, man. I need to find a way to talk to someone similar to our previous employment. I need to try to make a deal.
Yeah. What part of Indy you in?
The not kind currently, but that's fixable.
Well, you know what happened to our boss.
Right.
My new boss took over his place.
Oh, cool.
I can get you in touch with him.
Yes, please. I'll be around. How about I get you we got some time. I'll make sure that you got a good number for me before we get to the other side. Cool?
Yeah, I do have to ask one question here. I
Yeah.
hope you don't get offended when I ask it.
Uh-huh.
You hunt any elk recently?
Not elk. Tommy, I'm happy to sit down and have this conversation with you when there's time to have this conversation.
Oh.
There's a lot of nuance and a lot of moving parts here, Tom.
Yeah. My guy.
When you think you can get clean, getting clean's a hell of a drug, man.
I'm aware, but my boss is also very much an animal activist, if you will. And
Right.
hunting isn't very good for business, if you catch my drift.
I do, but if you could also remind your boss that I have a very particular set of skills to hunt in the other direction. I'm more than happy to lead a safari as it is.
And a safari you will have to bring.
All right.
You
Just,
familiar with the downtown bar scene?
Yeah, very.
Good. We'll walk and talk, but meet me outside of the Indian Stadium.
All right, I'm a few hours away.
Just give me a call.
Cool.
We're within walking distance.
You got it. Then I'll hit you up.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yep.
And I would like to retroactively have tried to put some distance between me and the gang.
Fair.
Maybe go for a walk and get some air.
That's fair.
Like to make that call or something.
Okay.
When I get back through, all right. I have put some feelers out trying to get in touch with anybody from the old employment. Obviously, we're on the wrong side of the clock, as we know, but now there should be somebody looking to a receptionist, as it were, looking to get in touch. But ultimately, I think this is where I need to cut out. For Trina brought it up about like, is this where we part ways or anything like that? I think that might be the safest, and I think with my history and track record of making dumb choices, it might be the safest for me to just take that problem away from y'all. So
Honey, don't
that's-
tell me you're planning on going back there.
no. But if we split up, then there's more leads than one to chase.
But how do we stay in contact? How do I know if you're compromised?
Hadn't gotten to that point.
The reason I propose splitting up, and I ask that because if we split up, chances are we'll never talk again
Right.
for each other's safety.
Right.
So, I mean, what's the point of reaching out if we're not going anywhere with it?
As I can at least let them know and parlay for y'all's safety on the other side of this.
Well, my hope is to disappear and just become another cog in the machine somewhere else.
And that's part of what this whole conversation was for. If I can pull some heat off you, you have and the royal ya in this, you have an easier time disappearing again, right? Like if
Assuming that the people who are looking for us are the people on your side of the boat.
we use my side of the boat and the resources and logistics they have to make sure that the heat is looking the other way,
Why would they do that for us?
I can be persuasive.
You don't have a particularly strong track record of proving that when it comes to these people. You seem to be the one getting persuaded, not the other way
If-
around.
Information gets information, T. If I tell them what we saw, if I can tip them off in any way, then that's a big deal. That's got to be worth something. And not to sound poor me about a lot of shit, but I think that's maybe worth about as much as I think I could ever be worth.
And you're selling yourself short, kid.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Well, I've always liked you. I just think you're an idiot.
No, I hear you, and I understand what you're saying. This
Just
is
make me
the-
a promise, sugar.
yeah.
Don't make me have to come cut your head off.
Nah. I could promise that. I'm not saying no to the promise. I'm saying you're not gonna have to do that, all right?
Certainly hope not.
Do me a favor, okay? God forbid we meet under terms of how we met the first time. I'm not worth sparing a second time at that point, all right? And know that everything that put me back in that situation, hypothetically, I did to make sure that the other people in this room don't end up in that situation. And that's a debt that I would pay 1,000,000 times over. If it's me or someone who's never experienced it, I would rather experience those horrors because I know what I'm getting into.
Fair enough.
All right. I'm not asking, and this is addressing like the room. I'm not asking you guys to like this or agree with it. I'm asking for some respect for the choice and some understanding in the way that this is what I can do to keep y'all okay. All right.
Morgan
You
will
gotta do
run
what you
over
gotta do.
and give you a big hug.
Hug will be returned. Brick, thanks for teaching me how to shoot. I appreciate you. You'll always be my Uncle Brick, even if that is not your real name. Jonas, I appreciate everything that you've done, not only for me, but for those great people out there that you helped every single fucking day. You absolute legend.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah. Just hoping it doesn't get me killed.
Nah. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it doesn't. All right? So, y'all keep the car. I'll find my way out of here, and I think it's probably better if y'all don't know exactly how I'm getting out of here, right? Less we know about each other at this point, kind of thing.
Probably for the best.
All right. Make good choices. Don't do anything stupid. Tank. Don't pee inside. Yeah.
I would say make good choices and don't do anything stupid, but I know that's exactly what you're about to go do. So
Yeah, but it's a
I
good
don't want to
choice.
make you a liar.
Don't make me a liar. But
Just watch your ass, kid. Get out of there if things don't smell right.
do my absolute best. Right, I'll give Trina a big old hug.
She hands him a old iPod, like 3. I found a bunch of music. Stuff you said you liked.
Oh, fuck you. This is amazing.
I've been meaning to give this to you for a while.
God,
Time just was never right.
don't make me cry right now.
Well, get the fuck out of here. That way I don't have to see it and you don't have to see me cry.
Yeah, 100%. All right. You'll know the general area that I'm gonna be in. If you find yourself out that way and need some help, let me know. All right.
Okay.
Well, all right.
I guess
Love
this will
y'all.
see you around. It's just hopefully see you soon.
Yep.
Trina.
Yeah.
Your aggravated willpower damage becomes superficial.
But
As
one last look before Riley leaves, and kind of a understated nod out the door.
the rest of the cell. You guys hop in the car and head out to your new destination.
I hope we don't.
Me too.
You guys hop into the car and drive off, seeing Riley begin to sort of walk down the street. Come out every so often, looking for a ride.
Does it play the Incredible Hulk, ending credits song?
It does. Excuse me, Trina and Brick, please go ahead and roll Wits and Awareness, DC 3.
Would my sight specialization apply?
It would indeed.
I'm gonna willpower that.
That seems
Yes,
like
I got 3.
Ooh.
Oh wait,
No.
never mind.
We've got
I didn't
three
need
initially.
willpower. Sorry, didn't need a willpower.
You're good. You're good. You can take back your willpower. Oh.
Ooh, mighty 5.
Both of you guys,
Damn!
as you guys are pulling out of the parking lot and looking sort of in the rear view mirror and looking back towards Riley as you drive in the opposite direction, the Mustang on the rear view window that is parked in the parking lot that you guys had just left is bearing a very familiar logo across the back of it as you guys drive off.
SI. Motherfuckers!
We fast forward. It's night. Riley, you see a familiar face outside of the baseball stadium in downtown Indianapolis.
All right. Young Thomas. Good to fucking see you again.
You as well?
Don't lie to me, how you been?
Couldn't be better. He sort of extends his arm out, his sleeves are rolled up, and you see a familiar tattoo as a rose on one arm.
All right. See if they finally let you get some ink.
What can I say? The boss is a man of the classics.
Yep. Stickler for tradition.
Indeed. So, you ready to go meet him?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right in here. And he points over to the JW Marriott across the street.
Cool. Lead the way.
Okay.
And we're under the impression this is just a meeting, right? There's no contracts being signed or anything right now, yeah?
There is hopes for a contract to be signed, but yes, understands that this is a meeting.
Okay. Making sure. Trusting you not to fuck me here, Tom.
Have I ever?
No, that's why I'm trusting you to not.
Glad we're on the same page then. Heads upstairs. Gives a rap on a door. As you can see and hear loud music coming from inside the hotel. It opens up. You see multiple individuals dancing and look like they're definitely underneath some sort of substance, one thing or another. You recognize a familiar face in the room. Mr. Brink is standing there. We also recognize another individual sits in the room. The door shuts. The camera pans onto the other side of the door. And that's where we will end tonight's session.
Hey, we did it! All right, why do I feel like ass? We did it!
What exactly did we do?
I don't know, but we did it! All right!
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. As we are getting close, we are looking to go ahead and spoilers for everyone out there. January 7th, we will be starting our new VTM Chronicle. So we are in the process of wrapping up our story and looking at different ways that this cell can still function. If they can. They can beat their quarriers as their quarry push them out of Indianapolis. We'll find out as in the next coming months, or next coming month I should say, within the next 4 weeks, as we wrap up our Hunting Indy by Night Chronicle. But thank you guys so much for coming hanging out. Really do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Indy by Night.